Alright, to start this next video off, we are going to put mending on basically most of the things that I can. Since we started a big dig over there at the slime farm, my tools have taken a huge beating, especially the ones I need, like the efficiency 5 ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to get these mending books that we got from our villagers. Since we have a mending villager, we are going to apply mending to all of them. And we're going to need to get some more iron, and that has mending on it. Just want to make sure that efficiency 5 ones have mending on them. That shovel, that shovel. So the efficiency 4 ones don't need a mending book, so what we can do is put it on the rest of our armor, these last 4 books. And then we are fully mended. So yeah, we need this mending because today we are going to build a really good XP farm. So where would this XP farm be built? So you guys already say, I already have this XP farm, but it's a bit slow to repair all of the tools and stuff. So we're going to take a travel to the Indian. We were just there last episode, but we need to go there to get some space for the farm. And this farm is something I've built in the past. We will need a bit of leaves, so we're probably going to have to go tear some down. We're going to use some stone, so we're going to get a shulker box, since we have some of these. Put some in there. Is that all the stone bricks I have? It is. We're going to craft some more stone bricks just in case. And we're going to bring the stone cutter with us. I'm going to craft the rest of the supplies, and then I'll meet you in the end. Alright, we made it to the end, so what we're going to do is we're going to go 128 blocks from this block right here, since this is the furthest one away on the end island. So we're going to pillar out around 2 stacks of blocks, maybe a bit more just for some clearance. So that's what we're going to do. I'll be back once we're done. Alright, we're a little over 2 stacks of blocks away, and since this is no mobs can spawn 128 blocks away from you, so this end island is not available for mobs to spawn on. So what we can do now is we're in the middle of the void. We're going to post that like that, and while we need the lava bucket and the water bucket, so we need that lava bucket so that it can flow all the way down to the bottom of the world. And once we get that all the way down to the bottom of the world, since we are on Y49, once that gets to Y1, it will stop, or also Y1 is also block 0. So once that gets down, we can pour this water, and then we can create a block at the bottom of the void, the lowest block possible, so we can get the most out of our farm. The lower you build a farm, the higher the rates are, because the mob spawning algorithm works from the bottom of the world all the way to the top. That's why if you build stuff at the top of the world, it seems to be a lot slower than if you were to build something at the bottom of the world. And that's why you see so many people making perimeters and stuff for farms, because it allows for the ideal spawning conditions for the lowest amount of effort needed to build the farm. Alright, I think it's stopped moving. You can't see it's not going any further down. So what we can do now is we're going to place this bucket, and you can see it's going to create cobblestone all the way down. We can collect our lava back. And what we're going to do now is one of the riskiest things ever. So we're going to have our rockets on our hotbar. And we're just going to go down with the water. And we're going to place a block at the bottom, right here. And on top of this one, sit right here. And you can see we're on Y1. If we look over here, we're looking at block 0. We're standing on Y1. So this is the lowest anything can be in a world. So what we can do now is we're going to branch out a little bit. So we're going to have our AFK or our standing spot over here. I'm going to branch out. So we're going to build this farm. I'll be back and then we can see how it works. Alright, so the farm's basically almost completely done. All we need to do is get an endermite and a minecart on top of this carpet right here. So we're going to do that. We got to end a minecart with the name tag and the ender pearls, but I might need more than this. I don't know. What we got to do is just throw an ender pearl until we get an endermite. Well, but we got one relatively quickly. We're going to name tag them. So I can fly away a little bit. No, I should probably put the wings on to fly. But now he will stay there. And I can put the minecart there. Move it around, and now he's in the minecart. And all you need to do is get him positioned right on top of this block. You're gonna hit me a little bit, I get it. And we just break all this stuff. And we just plop them down. That should be our farm completed. I hope so, because it looks a bit high to me. But I think it should be fine. I hope it is. So let's go take down these torches and we'll see just how fast this little area is. They're all spawning in, but they don't seem to be aggroed. I think that they is one block too high. I believe if I just drop them. Alright, so he's gonna move the minecart a little bit up, but now they all seem to be aggroing, and you can see we're at mob cap already. So I'm going to try and place as many back as I can. But if we just start swinging our sword, well, we don't have sweeping edge on this sword, so this isn't the ideal sword. Hopefully I brought the one. I did not. So we're going to travel back and go get sweeping edge. But the farm is complete otherwise. Alright, we're back with the right sword. So we're going to test this out, and you can see that they're still spawning in and aggro and white to the endermite, which is what we want. And most of them are falling in, some are getting stuck, but that's fine. And now the right sword. Wait, how much does it cost to combine these two? 26.30. So we gotta get 30 levels to be able to combine these two swords. This is the right one, right? And you can see our stuff is getting repaired. So let's fully repair it. To take off so that it doesn't interfere with all the mending, because even if the armor is still fully repaired, the XP will still go to that piece of armor or tool. It's always been in the game since Mending's been out, but this is what we're gonna do. So this is how I'm gonna repair all my tools for the dig, so I have to travel all the way to the end and then repair all our tools here, but it is the fastest way. As you see, I can't even keep up with the amount of Endermen here. So in just a short amount of time, we've already repaired our first pickaxe. So I'm going to do this for a bit, and then we're going to go work on the big hole. Alright, so I didn't really explain what is going on here. So what we got is our spawning pad over here. And the only spawnable spots are those stone bricks in the center. Look away so you can look at us. So the only spawnable spaces are those, the 3 wide, 3 long by, I think it's 10 that way, or 11, something like that. So that's all it's spawning, but we have the leaves on the outside because that encourages pack spawning, because the game thinks that those blocks are spawnable, but they're not. So then it forces them all to spawn in this little area, so you get a bunch of Enderman to spawn. So if I just fly away real quick, get all these guys to spawn over here, and then we just fly back, you can see how quick they spawn in this little area. Look to the left of my screen. There you go. Boom. We're at like 40 Endermen already. So then you're asking, how do we deal with all these ender pearls? So what we got here is we got some fast item unloaders. So once this dropper gets an ender pearl in it, it extends this piston that you saw to the right up 1 block, which then creates an observer clock, because these two will be facing each other, which then would create a constant pulse, which would then power this block above it right here, the stone block, which would then power the dropper, which will then shoot the block out. So we have those on all 4 or 2 sides, but there's 4 of them. You got 1 on this side and then 1 on the other side, and then underneath these carpets is where we have the hoppers. We just put stairs there to cover it up, and the carpet on top to keep the XP from falling into the hoppers. And then we got our enchantment table. So that's really it. It's a simple farm, but it's a little bit risky to build if you haven't been so close to the void before, because you are again on Y is 0 or Y1. So if you fall, you're going to take damage from the void, and you could lose everything. So that's not great. So this is why it's not like for everybody. People don't feel comfortable around the void, but it's such a good XP farm. I love it since I found it at 115. I will not use anything else besides a gold farm for XP, because these are just so good. Just like that, we're already level 32. We gained 2 levels in like a few seconds. So it's definitely nice. It's definitely nice. Alright, so the 4 chunks are all dug out all the way down to bedrock, so now all we need to do is build the farm. So that's may take place in this episode. I don't know. It's a little late. I may start on the farm, I may not. But if you don't see anything after this, that's because I went to bed, and that would be it. So I'm still deciding whether or not to bring them on the outside on all 4 sides or dig a hole in the center and lure them in with iron golems. Still don't know, but we're probably going to end up going with the center, have them funnel to the center with iron golems. But yeah, it's going to be for a little bit later. I guess we did get a good amount of diamonds, honestly. And we've got to run out of resources. So, I mean, that's good. We also did take some of it back to the house. So this is not all of what we got. It's only a small portion. So what we're going to do is pack all this up and then head back. So if I don't say anything after this, this will probably be the end. I may work on the slime farm, I may not, but if that's this at the end, thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff, and we'll be back in the next one.